Hey, horror fans! Today, I've got a spine-chilling story for you about the infamous Vanishing Hitchhiker on England's M6 motorway. Imagine driving alone on a foggy night. Nowhere to turn, no one around. It's just you and the long, eerie road ahead. Meet Mark Thompson, a truck driver with over 15 years on the road. He knew the M6 like the back of his hand. One rainy evening, around 2:30 a.m., he was making a routine delivery from Birmingham to Carlisle. The motorway was nearly deserted. The only sound was the hum of his engine and the occasional crackle of the radio. Then, through the thick fog, Mark spotted something on the side of the road, a woman in a white dress. He slowed down, squinting through the rain-soaked windshield. The woman stood near the shoulder, barefoot, her long dark hair clinging to her pale face. She raised her hand, signalling for a ride. Mark hesitated. Picking up strangers wasn't his thing, but she looked lost and drenched. He pulled over, rolled down the passenger window and called out, "Are you all right? Do you need a ride?" The woman nodded slowly, stepping closer. Her eyes looked strange, empty, distant. Feeling uneasy but not wanting to leave her alone, he unlocked the door. She climbed in without a word, sitting stiffly with her hands in her lap. Mark started driving again, glancing at his passenger. She was deathly pale, almost grey in the dim light. She never shivered, despite being soaking wet. Mark asked, "Where are you headed?" She turned her head slowly and whispered something he couldn't hear over the rumble of the truck. He leaned in. "What was that?" This time her voice was clear but chilling. "They never stop." "But you did." A cold shiver ran down his spine. Something wasn't right. He flicked his eyes back to the road for just a second. But when he turned back to the passenger seat, she was gone. The seat was empty, but the door had never opened. No sound, no movement, nothing. Mark slammed the brakes, heart pounding. He turned on the cabin lights, scanning the truck. No sign of her, but the seat was still wet. Shaken, Mark drove to the next rest stop, barely able to breathe. When he told a fellow trucker what happened, the man simply nodded grimly. "You're not the first." Over the years, dozens of drivers reported seeing a woman in white along the M6. Some picked her up only for her to vanish before reaching their destination. Others saw her reflection in their rearview mirror staring from the back seat. Who was she? Some say a bride-to-be who died in a crash decades ago. Others believe she's a lost soul, doomed to walk the motorway forever, searching for someone to take her home. But one thing is certain. If you ever see a woman in white on the M6 late at night, keep driving. Would you stop for her? Tell us in the comments below. Like, share and subscribe for more real horror stories from around the world.